Hello, high achievers, whenever you are. Today, we come to the day 8 of 10 days, 10 tips for success, business, and in life. And today's topic is what makes us weak. Yesterday, we talked about what makes us strong. And today, we're going to take about what makes us weak. And tomorrow, in day 9, we're going to talk about what makes us sick. So, in today, what makes us sick, thanks to the initiative of LinkedIn team of 2020 champion, Mr. Joe Applebaum. And what you're going to get out of this movement is a pleasure and honor for me to share my wisdom and knowledge with you today and all these 10 days in a row. So let's dive in. What makes us weak? The most important that what makes everybody weak is our self-talk. As a human, our brain works 24/7 thinking. And when we have happy thinking, thank God we have them. But when we have disempowered thinking, that is critical for our business and life. So some self-talk that can put you back in your business is, I don't always speak my mind, people say to me. Or I always speak my mind, overthinking, and never do anything because we think so much about that. And I am not the most patient person in the world. Patience in the day of crisis is the biggest asset that a leader should have, because that is distinguished between failures and winners in 21st century. Patience, resilience, are two things that every leader should have in time of crisis. Then we go to the next. I am not the most, I hate to delegate the task because I need to teach people, because I need to teach them and they can make mistakes and all this self-talk that we do. And I have hard time to asking for help. I was the first one. I didn't like to ask for help because I know everything and I can handle everything. That is no, dear friend. And I am not comfortable of speaking in front of the crowd. I was behind the chair because I was shy, and I am here today with you because I know how important it is to bring the message out there and to teach someone who doesn't know. Now is the opportunity for leaders to think outside the box. We are in a time of crisis, and how people think outside the box make or break your business and your life. Leaders need to take an active role in making sure that the company culture benefit them organization and reshape it if you need to. Because what worked yesterday, it does not work today. And the company can only thrive when leadership accept 100% responsibility for it. Because today, as we speak, we have different skills and experiences. Hire people because you cannot do yourself everything, right? So in that case, hire creative interdisciplinary team that can speak both languages, ideas and impact. It's extremely important in a time of change. And we're going to go through that, the steps I teach you today, because I human resource 17 years, I know what is missing in companies. And the different risk profile of project and people. Evaluate your risk, evaluate your people, and evaluate all the projects are a must or let it go to reshape your culture and your productivity. And then combine individual ideas and assets into your solution. Let's take a good example from the Japanese companies. What they do? They give $50 in a week each employee who brings new idea to reshape a product or a process. I'm not talking about rocket scientists that they are born with that. I am talking for everyday function in a company. This, let's say, we can make it better. Someone in your company can have a better idea. You can have a better idea to the people who clean the floor. He knows better than you. He can bring the solution for that kind of process. So ask your people. You have your own asset. Don't pay somebody outside for innovation. You have your own people. Ask, involve everybody in the solution. It's extremely fruitful and unexpensive in your company. And then different speed. It's necessary the speed, increase of people today, lives, and livelihood. Are you a crisis leader? Because leadership have many heads, as we know. But to be a crisis leader, you need certain qualities enabled for you to thrive. And today's leader, come to my area of expertise in hiring. You need to adapt quickly and hiring contract workers and contractors because they don't need to adapt to the company culture and be resilient. They are already resilient. I, as a consultant and transformational coach, I am resilient already. You don't need to train me or anybody like me. So in that case, it's extremely important to, and the companies today is cheaper for the company, it's cheaper for employee, and is good for both sides. It's extremely important because human resource, what was yesterday, is no today. It's a totally in a way they hire and work people. So you really need to adjust this kind of hiring procedure and processes and people, assets as a people and open mindset people and even innovation. Like Valley in California has to be everywhere in the United States now, not just there. So involve your employees. They are your free resources inside your company. Use it. And then today leaders, different metrics they use because you trial, clinical trial, because I work with scientists, trials, scale, test, and iterate quickly. Test your technology, test your customers' interest, and test business models. Business model yesterday does not work today. So it's extremely important to have that meetings weekly and monthly and brainstorming and SharePoint that you can use in your company in order to, in a short time, without using hours and hours of people's life, because that is unproductivity. It's extremely important to use these tools. And different leadership styles, of course, because this is not business as usual. You need to be resilient, you need to have patience, and to be determination. Because if you have this discipline today, you're going to thrive tomorrow. And adapting to the core and shifting your customer needs. And we call this change management. As a transformational coach, human resource, and business consultant, is adapting to shift your core and to the customer needs is crucial for business thriving and surviving at the same time. It's extremely important to adapt and to change. That is the change management, to train your employees and to train your leaders in order to accept that change and to open up, because 95% is to our brain. And the rest, I can do that if I have right mindset, right thinking. Right? So it's extremely important to do that. And then we come to the next one, and quickly identifying and addressing opportunities of areas can be creating or changing in this landscape, which you see around the block, and building the foundation for post-crisis growth and to remain competitive in a recovery period. For your leaders, of course, it's the most best to focus your attention to what matters the most. Use your unique qualities to get what you need right now. All of us, as a leaders, we have unique qualities because you are not a leader without those. So use that unique you have in you. For me, it's a discipline. My last name is discipline. For sure, everybody knows me that. So I use that discipline to write my book. I use to listen, to share my knowledge. I use the discipline, right? So in that case, and weakness and self-talk can lead to more failures if you continue to that pattern. And it's extremely important to look to each failure and then to your advantage to prosper your company, your career forward. We are in the same ocean in different boats, but we share the same destination. So we survive, all of us. We revive and we thrive. So the requirement I ask you today to have not that failure and what make us weak, as we spoke, but to make us thrive and to use weakness and to turn them to the strong assets to us. You need 4 requirements, which are commitment, discipline, resilience, and action plan. Contact me if you need. You know, we are all over the media today because that is the only way we can communicate with each other, use that beautiful, thank God we have technology. I have my website, which is desitahirai.com, or in the media all over. Speak to you tomorrow in day 9 of these 10 days tips. Goodbye.